Hello everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, thank you. Young and the Restless intense new spoilers for next week talk about Adam Newman's Mark Grossman concern because he thinks Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, might have killed somebody. And guess what? Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, also suspects Victor might have gone too far. We have the latest Y&R spoilers for the week of February 9th, including some jealousy at the Abbott mansion when Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, sees Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, doing something sketchy, and Mariah Copeland's, Cameron Grimes, dodgy plans for Dominic Chancellor, Ethan Ray Clark. All right, let's start with Nikki's hot take on Victor. So, as this week wraps up, Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, is very worried about what Victor has done with Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and the twins. Nikki, Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinel, and Adam Newman get an update on Maria from him. Then, Victor assures his family that Lily agreed to this kidnapping plan. Victoria doesn't believe it because Lily is still salty about getting cheated on the Chancellor deal. Adam tells Victor he saw Kane, and he looked really rattled. If you recall, Kane threatened Adam and said a Newman would get hurt if Lily or the kids are harmed. Victoria and Nikki also want to know the exact terms of what Lily agreed to, but Victor won't answer them, as usual. Nikki tells Victoria it's ironic that Victor's faking a kidnapping while his grandson Dominic is really kidnapped right now. Nikki is not excusing Victor's behavior, but as usual, she's enabling it and justifying it, saying that she knows he's trying to save his life's work. They're debating if Lily hates Kane more than she hates Victor, and if that's why she made the deal. They also worry that Kane may retaliate and things are going to get a lot worse. Nikki is quite worried they will lose everything because Kane may just decide, okay, I'm just gonna watch it all burn down. After talking to Victoria and stressing out at the end of this week, in next week's Young and the Restless spoilers, Nikki heads over to the Abbott mansion to vent about her husband, Victor, to his ultimate enemy, Jack. Do you guys remember when Victor walked into the living room of the new ranch a few weeks ago, and he saw Jack hugging Nikki and comforting her? Victor went nuts, he threatened Jack, and he got really ticked off. We're going to revisit that same dynamic, but it's going to flip around. Next week on Y&R, Nikki is really upset, and she goes to see Jack and opens up to him. She tells him she's really worried what Victor could do next. I'm guessing if Jack doesn't already know, we'll see Nikki telling Jack about Victor kidnapping Lily or her playing along and pretending to be kidnapped. Nikki opens up to Jack and asks, "What if Victor goes so far that I can't take it anymore?" Again, we're going to see Jack comforting Nikki, and he takes her in his arms for a hug. That's right as Diane Jenkins starts to walk into the room and she sees them. She does not like seeing Jack with his arms around his ex-wife Nikki. This is about to get ugly. This past week, Diane told Jack that she hates his closeness to Nikki almost as much as Victor hates it. Jack's already been warned, but Nikki is back in his arms. Meanwhile, we're going to see more of Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, digging into Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, and Holden Novak's Nathan Owens' dirty LA secret next week. Kane told Holden to head to LA and oversee the private investigator who's searching for Lily. Claire decides to tag along on this Los Angeles trip. I think she's going to drop in on Sienna with some follow-up questions. All right, now let's talk about Maria and her unhinged plan to keep Dominic away from his parents, David Hamilton, Bryden James, and Abby Newman, Melissa Ordway. This week we had brand new GCPD Detective Bureau meeting with them, Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, and Sharon Newman, Sharon Case. They were talking about what Maria's thinking and whether she is a danger to their son. Next week on Young and the Restless, spoilers have Dominic and Maria wearing matching trucker hats, sitting down for a meal in a little cheap-looking diner. They're still on the run. Dominic asks Maria why she won't tell him where they're going. She tells Dominic she's taking him to the best hideout in the world. Turns out Maria is planning to take Dominic out of the country, which is incredibly scary news. Maria is fully unhinged. If she gets Dominic out of the country, it is going to be harder for Abby and Devon to track them down. But how exactly is Maria going to do this? She may have a passport for herself, but I'm guessing she doesn't have one for Dominic. We also know that very soon Burrow is on a private jet with Abby and Devon, and they are heading to try and stop Maria from fleeing with their son. Also related to this, there's some big Young and the Restless casting news. Patty Williams, Stacey Haydock, is coming back. She is Doug Williams' sister. We haven't seen her in 10 years. She saved Ian Ward, Ray Wise, from certain death in that fire he started at Newman Tower. And she wanted to stay with him, but he sent Patty away. She and Ian bonded, and then she left. Patty was last seen when she had been remanded to a high-security psychiatric facility. If you remember, she stabbed a doctor at Fairview. That's the other mental hospital. I do suspect that they brought back Patty Williams as part of the Maria and Ian storyline, but we'll see. We're going to talk about Patty more in the full weekly spoilers video and in the weekly predictions. Alright, now let's get to the big one. Adam thinking that Victor has killed somebody. At the end of this week, Adam is telling Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, that Victor said he got Lily to agree to fake her and the twins' kidnapping. When Chelsea hears that Kane made threats against the family, she's scared that Connor Newman, Judah Mackey, may be at risk and does not trust Victor to protect them. She tells Adam all of that. Meanwhile, Victor headed over to the Kane train so that he can push for him to give back Newman Enterprises to get Lily and the kids back. But it's not going to be that easy. Kane wanted proof of life. He wants to know that Victor actually has Lily and the twins and that they are safe. Kane vows if they're not okay, he's going to be out for Victor's blood. We pick up with this conversation early next week. KB in bad shape on why and our Victor is still on the Kane train. And I guess he calls Adam over because he walks in and Victor gestures to Kane lying there unconscious and says, "Look at that." Adam is worried that Kane is dead and he starts to ask his dad about it, but Victor doesn't answer right away. I doubt that Kane is dead. We all know Billy Flynn is on contract, but I'm wondering if Victor somehow drugged him, slipped something in his whiskey, or pulled some other kind of shady move to get physical control over Kane. Maybe he wants to buy time to get Lily to send a picture or something. We'll find out. Be sure to check out our full weekly spoilers video for all the action coming on Young and the Restless the week of February 9th through the 13th, plus our predictions and more coming soon. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our Young and Restless official news channel and stay with us.